Hello, and welcome to Sunday's All Signs live reading with the Burmese Priestess, also known as Jessie. Thank you for everybody who has continued to have readings with me, who has continued to try and lock in. We have now officially moved over from Instagram to YouTube. So tune in here every weekend for what you need to know for the week ahead. But for this week, one of the big things that has been coming to me throughout the whole week is prioritizing your purpose. And this is for all the signs. What is your purpose? What is your purpose of why you're here? And what is it that you're doing on a daily basis, in your daily routines, the tasks that you set yourselves? Even if it is a case that you need a task tracker to keep yourself on board, like even if it's the case of you need to have a diary or put it in your phone on a daily basis, that you are prioritizing what you need to do on a daily basis to keep your mental state, your physical state, and your spiritual state in a very good, harmonious place. And I think over this week, especially with the frustration of not being able to do my live, I personally have had to really be like, but Jessie, this is your purpose. This is what you have made a priority to do in your life, because of you know that helping other people and guiding them is a gift that has been given to you. And no matter what negative energy, that negative eye that does exist, okay, and this is why it's very important that you protect yourself and you cleanse yourself, even with crystals, tourmaline, obsidian, get them around you. But you also pray that the goodness always stays around you, that your ancestors are guiding you, and that your spirit remains high. All right, and you know, downfalls in life, people are going to knock you because of not everybody has good intentions. But at this point, prioritizing your purpose and knowing your truth, living in your authentic self, you will know that nothing can stop you and you are unstoppable. And that is what I am. So I do miss you guys being in here with me. I do miss the banter. And maybe, you know, we can jump on YouTube live at some point. But let's get into it for the week ahead. I'm rolling up the sleeves. Starting with Aries. So Aries, we're going to do today surrender cards, oracle cards, angel cards, and then we'll do some tarot cards. So what is it that Aries need to surrender to at this point for over the next week? Aries, I'm getting the message that it's a little too late. It's a little too late. So there could be something in your life that you potentially may feel it's too late to be resolved. It's too late, which probably means that your boundaries are being set and you're actually having your spiritual awakening at this point, which is a beautiful thing to happen. And it can be extremely difficult. It can be extremely uncomfortable. But at this point, I want to say to you, surrender to procrastination, Aries. So now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And what did I just say? Prioritizing your purpose. Stop putting it on a back burner. Whatever is too late, allow it to go now. Because of you stopping yourself from moving forward, it is now time to jump on that goal. All right. And Aries, I do feel like you're looking for a hustle right now. You're looking for the next hustle. What else is it that I can do to make sure that I am financially stable, I am mentally stable, the people around me that I put into my life and I love truly are stable. All right, so what is that next hustle that you are looking for, Aries, at this point? It's a little too late. And if you are cross-watching at this point, I feel like if you've been trying to get an Aries to see your point of view or to see it your way, and you've selfishly been doing that because of everybody is different within their own right, your actions now are a little too late, my love. Because Aries, you've got see with eyes of love. So everything that you're doing, things that you're procrastinating on, the way that you can move forward and implement these things correctly is by doing it from a place of love. And I always say, like, if you have a faith, whatever your faith is, whether it's God, whether it's just the universe, whether you speak just to the people in your life that have crossed over, okay, if you always come from a place of love and understand that love exists, love is one of the most beautiful things that we are given as human beings. Love is your birthright. So having that place of love will allow you to release any negativity and to continue on your journey, Aries. So, Aries, what do the angels want you to know? Cards of Lion. You have got Aries. Queen of Air, objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. Thank you. It's a little too late. Seeing the humour in the situation, coming from a place of love. Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. And this is what I said about the Aries. You're looking for the next hustle. It's coming. Okay, spiritually, if you stay in the right place and you continue your manifestations, but you also put in the hard work, it is coming, because you've also got the Eight of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, the spiritual and emotional growth. And this is everything that's happening for the Aries over the next week. I feel it. I'm an Aries too. We all know this. I say it loud and I say it proud. So Aries, what's your last cards? And then we shall move on to Taurus. You've got the Chariot, Cancer energy, and the Death card, Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio in your life at this point, but the Death card is ending and transformations, always the new you, restarting over, and the Chariot card is always success. It's the action card to move forward. So like I said, this is a big spiritual awakening for you. Bring the people into your life that you know are there to support you and there to love you. Release the people who have negative energy towards you at this time, because this big transformation of you is going to be a successful journey moving forward. All right. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, I don't know if there's something going on with your eyesight or just hay fever is hitting you differently, but something to do with the eyes with Taurus. So whether you're seeing things or maybe not seeing things, Taurus, because I feel like it's hay fever eyes. So it's like maybe your vision is a bit blurred at this point, or you just generally need to go and get your eyes checked. All right. But Taurus, you have got surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibility. So you have got success coming at every angle, my Taurus, at this point in every areas of your life. But make sure you are seeing things clearly, because of the Taurus, the way that you overthink sometimes, it could be a case of like you're not seeing the positives all the time of how good this situation is, which could be a holdback on how successful it can be. All right. And Taurus, you've got inhale and exhale. So make sure you're breathing through it as well. I don't know if it's got something to do with hay fever, man. But make sure you're breathing through every situation that you're in at the moment, because you are on a very successful road as long as you allow yourself to surrender to it. So when things do get difficult, when there are energies around you that are probably potentially wanting to argue with you at this point, I feel like an argument may have come up at some point or may be coming up in the future. Take time out to step back and breathe, reevaluate. And I always say, like, the inhale exhale card, the way that the lungs are set up is the same way that the trees branch. Okay, they are the breath. Step into nature, take some time out to go for a walk, get your mind together, get your thoughts together, and then we can go back at it again. Okay, Taurus? So, Taurus, what do the angels want you to know? Put your best foot forward. Always put your best foot forward is what I'm hearing for you. Because you have got the 10 of water, a contented and rewarded family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. But you've also got it in line with the 4 of water, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibility. What did I just say about the Taurus and their eyes? Thank you. All right, and then you've got the 9 of earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Sorry, where do we do this? Here. So, take time out, take time to breathe. Big thing for Taurus right now, get outside and breathe in some air. All right, make sure you're seeing things clearly. But moving forward, my Taurus, at this point, an argument may be happening. There might be some discontentment in your life, but you are on a very successful road that can even potentially lead to self-employment. And you got to remember, we are in Taurus season at this point, so make sure you're having fun whilst doing it, and enjoying those birthdays. Because you have got the Devil card, Capricorn energy, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Devil card is always like your bad habits, or, you know, those deep, dark things that you feel guilty about or you feel hurt about, and allowing it to take over. And instead of doing it from a place of like, I'm releasing this energy and doing what's positive in my life, I'm actually just going to do the things that numb me to this. So I'm just going to go out, I'm going to drink, I'm going to smoke, I'm going to, all of that, all of that, all right? But you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which the Queen of Pentacles is always, you know, using that wise, loyal knowledge that you have. So at this point, I want you to balance yourself, have a good time, enjoy life, but don't make, you know, things into bad habits that you know within yourself that they're not good for you. And actually, when you're having your alone time, your thought process is a little bit more negative than positive. All right? Moving on to Gemini. Geminis, and I think I might even said this to you last week as well. Please check in on your family members, Geminis. I'm sure I said this last week for you, and I think the energy is still continuing, that maybe a family member potentially needs you or relies on you, but needs you to check in at this point, because they might not mentally be as in a good of place as you are, but you're able to speak it better than they can. So you might have to be the person to step forward, even though you potentially are like, oh, but it's always me. It's always me that's got to be the person to apologize. And I'm not even saying to you at this point that you need to apologize, but you kind of need to release the life's too short, my loves. I want to say that to you, especially when it comes to your family members. Okay, life is far too short for any resentment to be built that we can't overcome. All right, so if it is a case of a family member, you're always the person trying to make it right, you actually are in place to make it right, because if they haven't got that, release of being able to communicate the same way that you do. Okay? And you've got surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So make sure, my Geminis, when things are getting too much, all right, you go and spend time with friends. You go and spend time with family. And this might be why this family member's constantly trying to reach out to you, because maybe you just haven't had time for them because you've been so busy trying to achieve and win and do. Because we know the Geminis, they're constantly do. But at this point, if you reconnect with the people who are in your bloodline, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that they were, you were born into it, it's who you regard as family. That time away will allow you to come back and be better and do better. Okay? You might need to visit them outside of where you're currently located too. So I don't know if it's long distance, but you've also got make space for it. And this is what I'm saying with Geminis. Don't get so caught up in your everyday life, okay? Although I said in the beginning that it is about your daily routines and living your purpose, but you're not having fun whilst doing these things, my Geminis, and you're not making time for the people who love you. And you need that. You need to feel love, Geminis. You know this, all right? And it's no shade to you lot, but at the end of the day, you solely at times rely on other people to make you feel like you are worthy, all right? Even though independently, yeah, you're great, but you are that social butterfly. That's why people love Geminis, because they know how to talk to everybody, all right? So make sure you're making space for having some fun rather than go. After Geminis, we move on to Cancer. What do the angels want the Geminis to know? You've got 10 of air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction as well. And this is what I'm saying. It's definitely something to do with your family members. It's going to get better now. Okay, the way that you communicated before, the way you always felt relied on to make it right and be the person to apologize and all of that stuff is changing now, all right? The cycles are changing and you've, thank you, you've got the wheel card, and I just said your cycles are changing. The wheel, a time for a positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. Geminis, and this is what I'm saying, the wheel is always about the change of the pattern, okay? So this time it's going to be different. I promise you that. Pick up that phone and give that person a call, please. They need you. All right, Geminis. So Geminis, you've got the Tower card, which is always a breakdown, all right? The Tower is always destruction. It's sometimes quite shocking, okay? It comes out of nowhere, all right? But you have got in line with the Page of Pentacles, and the Page is always learning, okay? It's new learning. And everything that's been within your cards is about changing, ending, embracing, new learning, let's go again. So I want to say to you at this point, allow it to go down. Allow it to crush you. Because when it crushes you, that is always an opportunity for a new you. Because you know you won't tolerate things the way that you did before. Okay? And then we can go at it again, learning it the new way. Okay? Moving on to Cancers. Cancers. Oh. Cancer, I don't know, I'm seeing scissors at this point, so I don't know if you feel like you've been cut or you need to cut. Something to do with scissors. I don't know if you've got a pair of scissors in front of you right now, but something needs to be cut. Yeah, because you've got surrender to rest and sleep. So something is definitely taken away from your peace at this time, Cancerians. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So I feel like at this time you might be overworking or overdoing, and you do need to do it. You do need to do it, but there's points that need to be cut. So like bedtime needs to be at a certain time. Like things need to be cut off. Turn off the phone, turn off the TV. Like make sure that you are taking that time before you get into your bed to relax yourself so that you can have a peaceful sleep, because peaceful sleep is very important. Sometimes people don't realize, because of insomnia is such a normal thing now that has been created through social media, not just social media but just devices in general. It's normal for us to lay in bed now on our phones looking at this device until we fall asleep, not realizing that those lights and the energy that's coming off the phone is keeping the brain awake. So I want to say, a good hour before bed, my Cancerians, everything needs to be cut off. Those devices need to be cut. All right? 'Cause Cancerians, you need to cut it. Strange. But it's all for a reason. It's all for a reason. And this is what I'm saying. You might be feeling at this point like, why is this happening? Or, everything's going good, but I'm just so exhausted. I'm so tired from it. But understand that this is your purpose. You're being called to do this. Your spirit is telling you, like, I'm pushing you. At this point, Cancerians, spiritually, the universe is pushing you, and it is all for a divine, beautiful reason. So keep going, but make sure, just remember Jessie doing this, all right? So what do the angels need Cancerians to know? You've got the Page of Air, challenging information, delays or changes to a plan, truth delivered without tact. And you've also got the Ten of Fire. Thank you. Sorry, Spirit has got me. Always. The messages are always so clear. Ten of Fire, too much work. Too much work, Cancerians. Accept help from others. Your life is out of balance and it will lead to stress-related health concerns. You will burn out, Cancerians. If you do not take this advice over the next week, you will burn out. Okay? I'm being very, very clear with you at this point. Do not allow yourself to get to that place and you're thinking, I shoulda, woulda, coulda listened. All right? So Cancerians, for the week ahead, you have got the Chariot card, your card. All right? Which means success and action, but you have got the Knight of Swords. You're fighting it. All right? It's like, it's a fight. It's a heavy battle to get through. There might be stuff that you actually need clarity on, that could be bringing a lot of stress to you too. But keep going forward. The Chariot card is always actioning to go forward. It's the... But make sure you're cutting to take peace. I don't think I can say it anymore. All right, moving on to Leo. Leo. Ability and equality. Why is that coming to ability and equality? Are you not feeling equal right now, my Leos? Not realizing your abilities? I definitely feel like an energy of free at this point as well. So I don't know if you're in a situation that involves free people. I don't feel equal. This could be to do with work and home life as well. But your surrender card is surrender resentments, my Leos. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. I'll say it again. Holding on to resentment only poisons you. So try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life, Leos. I do not think this is the first time I've said this to you lot, with and without cards that tell me what to say. This situation could definitely involve like you wanting to feel equal, you wanting people to see your abilities, but you're holding on to this resentment. And we all know Leos find it so hard to forgive. They are the most stubborn going of the zodiacs, all right? But they have the most beautiful, beautiful hearts, okay? I want the world, Leo, to see that heart that you hold, rather than seeing the angry, aggressive, stubborn a-hole. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? That you can be. No shade. Okay, so allow it to go now. I don't even feel like this situation is continuously happening. I think it's living in your head. You are allowing this situation to live rent-free in your mind. Why? When there's so much other stuff that you could be doing that could make you happy. Listen quietly. Listen quietly, Leo, because I think at this point, my Leos, you need to definitely separate that voice in your mind from what is real, what is the past that needs to be let go, and now what is your reality. Listen quietly, yes, to your mind, but that voice in there, make sure it's echoing from the voice here in your heart. And it's not the voice that's coming from all these energies up here that you have created, that you feel like I need to hold on to this resentment to protect myself. Because that's why you're doing it, to protect you. But no, the more faith that you have, you will always be protected. Always. Sometimes we're put in situations in life to learn, but it doesn't mean you're not protected. Okay. I want to say to you, Leos, if you keep holding on to this, you're going to turn grey. Whether that's in your skin or hair, you're going to turn grey, which means you're going to age quicker. So the angels want you to know that you, Leo, have got the Magician card, all right? You are ready. You have the resources and the ability. What did I just say? To manifest, 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 manifest. Because your life is magical and more than this situation. Your life is so much more than this one thing. Because you've got the 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, Leos, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And this is what I'm saying to you. I feel like you're allowing this situation to be so much more than what it needs to be, not even realizing your home life's good, or your financial life is good, or everything about you is good. Okay, so please continue on that journey. Welcome back to Sunday's All Signs reading. So we just finished on Leo. It was abruptly ended because I was interrupted. Living in the house that I do. But we are now going to move on to Virgo. So if you needed to catch what we are actually speaking about this week, it is living in your purpose, all right? So moving on to Virgos now. Virgos, we always talk about your health and we always talk about your routine because of that's just what Virgos are about. That's why Virgos are very much into, not even just their exterior, interior, keeping themselves healthy and on high vibrations. They're very much about their households as well and making sure that their environments are somewhere that they feel comfortable in. But I really want to say to you, because we are talking about your routines and your purpose and daily staying on top of yourself, this is the week, Virgos, that you really need to evaluate more than ever. Do you need a detox at this point? Do you need to detox out, okay, what has been like bad habits that you've done over the last few weeks? Or is it a case of you've become a little bit obsessed with the habits that you have created? Because of even though we can have, very good habits within ourselves, we can become quite obsessive with it, Virgos. So make sure that you are remaining quite balanced in your life, all right? So Virgos, what are you? Thank you. Virgos, surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus your positive affirmations. And this is what I'm saying to you, Virgos. Sometimes your mindset, when you set yourself to something, because of you're always the sign, when you're going to do something, you're going to do it. You're definitely going to do it with your chest. You're going to do it wholeheartedly. All right. But you can become quite obsessed with it, that when it isn't going the way that you thought it was going to be, or the outcome might not be the way that you think, or it's not going quick enough or anything along those lines, all right, the thought process might become a bit negative because you want to be the perfectionist. This is why we call you guys the perfectionists. Okay, so I want you to always make sure that you're balancing, all right, and making sure that when you are doing these things, when you are setting these goals, they are realistic to time frames. Okay, so Virgos, and definitely I think over this next week you definitely want to detox. You might even want to do like a 24-hour water fast. You might have just been going out a bit more recently because the world is opening back up, but definitely have a little bit of a shift in cleansing your body. All right, but you've got deep intuition. When you know within your heart that you are doing right, my Virgos, okay, spiritually, they've always got your back. Okay, so those negative thoughts, you can literally eradicate them. You can tell them to go away because of your intuition is always telling you it's going to be a better day. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow we can start again. I haven't failed today. I just had a day where I needed to give a bit back to my peace and myself that involved rest. Okay, just because you're not always on the go every single day and you're not perfecting your craft every single day does not mean you are not successful every single day. Okay, so keep using your deep intuition to know that you are doing the right thing at this point, my Virgos. And I also think, Virgos, that you're wanting to you might potentially wanting to get into a committed relationship now if you're not in one already. It might be something that's like starting to come to the forefront. Like, everything else in my life is very good, but at this point I want to give myself a bit of love and a bit of care, but you've got to be able to compromise. So using that deep intuition again, I want to say, Virgos, drawing in a partner that's on the same wavelength as you, that understands how busy you are as well, is going to help you. All right. Because you've got the Three of Air, which is great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others, in line with the Ego card, which is a full sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative and fear-based thoughts. You have had negative thoughts twice now. And this is what I'm saying with you. Even the great sadness and taking time to heal, you might potentially, I do feel like this has got something to do with a relationship or wanting a relationship, but not allowing yourself to get over this sadness and this healing and the wanting to have the perfect partner now. There's no such thing as a perfect partner. I'm telling you that. There's no such thing as the perfect human being. It doesn't exist. What does exist is love. What does exist is truth. What does exist is honesty. What does exist is unity. Okay? So you've got to be able to compromise, Virgos. And take time. Take time. My Virgos. After Virgos, we move on to Libra. So, Virgos, 5 of Swords, a discussion, could potentially be an uncomfortable discussion, or something you need to persuade somebody on. This could involve a business partner at this point, Virgos, but you've also got the Emperor card, which is Aries energy, being the leader, being constructive, I want to say, as well, being very constructive in the way that you deliver. How you feel and what you're saying, but understand that this discussion, you need to take the head seat. You need to be at the lead of the table. That's why I definitely feel like it can involve a business partner, or you might be getting yourself involved in a group setting where you need to start speaking up and bringing your ideas to the table a little bit more. All right. Moving on to Libra. Libra. You're blooming. You're blooming. I see a rose blooming. Libras. Are you finally starting to get some peace now? No, because you're still not speaking the truth. You're still not speaking up. Why? Why are you not speaking up? But your rose is opening. Surrender comparison with other people. Is this why? Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus your own thoughts, attractiveness, and power. Comparing yourself. Again, Libras. And then what? You're going to overcompensate. Overcompensate or not say anything. Because you're comparing yourself. Stay in your own lane, my love. I said this in the last reading as well. We are all on a journey. It's not a race, because of the race in this lifetime doesn't have a finish line. It's a continuous race, and there's stopping points. There's stopping points when you check in, you get your bottle of water, you might be in the lead, but you're always running your own journey. So please, Libras, there's no need to compare yourself to other people. The more you fill yourself with self-love and self-worth, and I say this all the time, the more you do that, the more you will feel comfortable in any setting. And I even want to say to you, Libras, you might be going out as the world is opening at this point and like being so deep within your thoughts, you're looking around you and you're getting a bit anxious. You're not knowing how to talk to people without being in your head. You're not like that naturally as people. So don't allow what has happened in the world to create that within you. Okay? Because you're blooming. I still see the rose is opening. So it's not a complete negative. But I want to say to you, if you don't water that rose, if you don't nurture that rose, if you don't take time with that rose, give it enough sunlight, it will wither and it will die. Which means you'll continue to compare yourself to the other roses in the garden. Because you've got look to nature for healing. Thank you. And this is why I feel like maybe I'm comparing you to a rose at this point. But there is some healing that needs to go on within you, because you should not be comparing yourself to other people. When you start comparing yourself to other people, it is a big reflection of how uncomfortable you feel within your own skin, which then means you can start being and behaving in ways that are not necessarily very good. Talking behind people's backs, not speaking the truth, not, being real. And I want to say to you at this point, Libras, you need to keep it real. You need to keep it 100. Okay? So, Libras, what do you need to know? You've got the King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence. You're going to believe me now? Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. Libras, if you have got yourself to a place, okay, that you really are so deep within your mind that when you are in social settings, like you just feel really uncomfortable, I want to say to you at this point, you need to get yourself into some therapy. You really do. You need to stop putting it on the back burner. There's no shame in therapy. There's no shame in getting some help and some guidance to learn how to relax those thoughts. Because of once you do, you've got the World card. A job well done, joy, contentment and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. But you can't get there until you learn to put your emotional needs first. And this is why I feel like people around you don't even really know what's going on with your mental health. Okay, there's no shame in your mental health. We are all very different. I truly believe that everybody has something within their mental health that they need to work on. That's okay. Look at the world that we live in. Look how hard it is. Look how hard it is. You survive every day. You get through every day. Well done. But if it does get a little bit harder, you might need to get some help, and that's okay. Because you've got the Page of Wands and the Universe card. The Page of Wands is always like the inner child. So there's stuff that could potentially have happened when you were younger, or you're just, mentally still quite in a young space and you're worried about the future. But I always say to people, when you live in the place of constantly looking at the future, you cause yourself anxiety. When you live in the place of constantly looking at the past, you live in depression. These are things that are naturally happening to humans. It's not something to be ashamed of. It happens. Okay? Seek the help that you need. Because you have got the Universe card, potential opportunity. You're definitely traveling. You're definitely looking to book. Now, we've got those green countries that nobody knows where they are, but hey ho, Portugal's on there. All right, get better and be better. I want to say to the Libras, get better and be better. All right, moving on to Scorpios. Why do I want to say Scorpios? Which is usually Romeo. Scorpios, are you looking at your love? Romeo and Juliet. Definitely a Scorpio play. Come on, let's look at that. Romeo and Juliet, look at the ending. Basically what we say is the sign of the Scorpio. But Scorpios, I feel like over the next week or so, your love interest might be enhancing. Or you're just looking at the love around you. This feels warm though. This feels good. I don't feel like it's a natural worry of the Scorpios. Because I even spoke to somebody last night who was a Scorpio and read him. Scorpio man, read him instantly. But I said to him, once you give yourself to somebody wholeheartedly, you're down. You're down for the ride, because Scorpios are the most loyal signs going. So surrender to setting limits, Scorpio. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships, but practice expressing your needs. Remember that no is a complete sentence as well. And this is what I'm saying to you. It's like, The Scorpios, they're opening up themselves a bit more. They're looking at their love lives. They're looking at love in general, not just relationships with somebody else, but like family, the love they have for themselves, which is more important than anything else, and setting limits and setting boundaries with people. Sometimes Scorpios can take it too far, that they completely cut off. But I think at this point, Scorpios, you're trying to do better. You're trying to be better, especially when setting your boundaries, because of you're doing it from a healthy standpoint rather than I'm done with everyone. I'm cutting. I'm out. All right. So look at the boundaries that you're creating and just make sure that they are healthy boundaries. And if there are some people that need to go, great, because of the new connections that you're making. I want to say at this point, you're opening yourself up a bit more, and I love to see it, because don't take it all too seriously. Don't take it all too seriously, Scorpios. Have some fun with it. All right. Set your healthy boundaries, set your limits, but not everyone's going to hurt you. Not everyone's out to get you, Scorpios. So don't take it too seriously, all right? Enjoy every day. Go with the flow of it all. Because I feel like as well, spiritually, you've been waiting for this. You've been deserving of it. You are ready to receive it to a certain point. And setting those healthy boundaries will allow you to bring down those blockages a bit more for you, that you will feel safe, because it's important that the Scorpios feel safe when letting people in, okay? But I also do think you might be cutting off some people as well. But that's just what you guys do. Hey ho! So Scorpio, you have got 6 of air, things looking up, the end of a difficult situation, and taking a trip. You've also got it in line with life experience, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings. And then you've also got the renewal card, which is review and evaluate, a favourable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. You're opening yourself up, my loves. Things are looking good. The end has come. The end has come. And you'll know this end has come because you're going to be jumping on a plane. You're going to be jumping on a plane, or I can even see a boat. I don't know if you're trying to get on a boat or you're planning a boat. Or it's just one of those things, jump on the boat, take the ship. The ship is sailing. The sea is, seas don't flow, rivers flow. So it's like the River Nile, I want to say. But you're definitely at this point, it's time to do it. It's time to do it because you are deserving of it, and it will bring you a lot of happiness, my Scorpios, and that's what you want. Continue on that self-love and putting into you as well, okay? Don't forget when you do, give yourself in these relationships or situations with family or even work, to put that self-love into you, okay? Because you've got the 5 of Pentacles, which is the change card. It's all changing. It's all going very well for you. And you've got the Queen of Wands, which is, she's the queen. She's the queen of the heart. She's the queen of leading forward with confidence. She's the queen of bringing that self-love and worth into herself. And, this is just feminine energy. I could be talking to a masculine right now. But it's all changing. It's all changing. So, we are back in again. We just finished on Scorpio. And now we move on to Sagittarius. So, if you've just joined in, welcome to Sunday's all live reading. If I end up chopping this video all together, then I'm going to be saying that 3 times at this point. But it's fine. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, it's you guys that are tired. Over this last week, it's you guys that have been sleeping way more than you usually do. It's the rest that you need, I want to say at this point. Sagittarius, it's the rest that you have needed. And you've also got surrendered to setting limits. So you've got, it's healthy to set boundaries in relationships, practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. But I feel for you guys, because of obviously Scorpio had this, if you didn't see it in the Scorpio reading, is that where you are setting boundaries and setting limits, or you're not actively doing that the way that you should, you're actually getting really tired and really exhausted. I even want to say I'm tired of repeating myself. That's what I feel for you. I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm tired of saying the same thing. So at this point, I want to say to you, Sagittarius, it's okay to say no. And it's okay to stop over explaining yourself. Okay? Because as Sagittarius, there's a card that's randomly on the floor, and I think it's for you. Don't take it too seriously. And this is what I'm saying to you. I feel like with Sagittarius, because a lot goes on in their mind, sometimes that they do a lot in their mind that they actually feel like they've ran a whole marathon before they've even actually got out of bed, because of their mind is constantly on the go. I want to say to you at this point, say no, and don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too personal. Because I think you are making it feel a lot more serious than it actually needs to be. And that's causing you a lot of stress. So you might even potentially definitely been sleeping more, but you also might be having like migraines or feeling like your head's just going to explode. I want to say to you, Sagittarius, your cards are flying out as well today. Definitely look at your health this week, Sagittarius. You've got the 9 of Earth, which is enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. But you've also got the 5 of Earth, which is fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. So I feel like these are the fears that are going on at the moment. So it could be somewhere within like your financial bracket, seeing if that you can make ends meet, over explaining yourself, over saying things, constantly having to call up somebody. That's what I feel for you, like repeating myself, and you've got uncertain fears of it working out or your financial security. But understand that the angels are saying to you, take quiet time alone, reorganize yourself, bring it all back in, because of there is success there. You're causing more stress than you need to, Sagittarius. All right. After Sagittarius, move on to Capricorn. So Sagittarius, yeah. Thank you. You've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is balancing out your life. But you've got it in line with the Moon card. And the Moon card, Pisces energy, it's always the illusion. So it's creating all these illusions and fears within your mind, okay? But really and truly, all you need to do is just balance it out. There's your answer. Take some quiet time alone, because it's not as bad as you think it is, okay? And then that way, you'll be able to put it all into place and get it all in perspective, okay? Capricorn! Ooh. Capricorn, I think you've had some bad news recently, haven't you? Definitely to do with your relationships. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. And I do think if you haven't already, you might have just had some news that it's just like, wow, I really see you for your true colors at this point. Wow. Let them go. Let them go. I even want to say to you, don't even waste your energy on them. Don't even do it to yourself. Let it go. Yeah, because you've got the inhale and exhale card as well. Just breathe. I'm telling you, the universe has got you. God's got you. God's got you. Pick up your Bible and pray. Make sure that you're putting not just like thought process as well, but I want to say like what you're looking at. Don't be stalking, don't be over reading into things, don't be over talking to people about what their opinions are on it as well. I want to say to you, at this time, you've got the answers, just breathe through it. Breathe through it, listen quietly to what the universe has to say to you, because God will speak to you. Definitely look out for the angel numbers 444. I want to say to you, that's the angel numbers that are going to be coming to you to let you know that you're okay. It's all right. But Capricorns, yeah. Don't even, I just want to say to you, don't even give it the energy. Because you've got the Sun card, which is a happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, having confidence in yourself, but you've got it in line with the Wheel, which is a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward, and fortune is on your side. So the outcome is good for you, regardless. So let them continue doing it. Let them do it, I want to say at this point. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. If you're coffee drinkers, Aquarius, I want to say to you, like, stop. It's like I've got the shakes from coffee. I don't know if, like, you're excited. Something exciting is coming, or you're just having too many caffeine hits, because it just feels like a caffeine hit. Which means it's like something exciting could be coming, and it might be for short term, I want to say to you. It might be for the moment. It might not be long term. So enjoy it whilst it's here. Don't overthink it that you want it for the long term. It might be relationships, or it might just be something that's going to come up in your life. But enjoy the moment, okay? Because I don't think it's something that's long term. All right, and you've got surrender to play. Thank you. Which is take a break from overthinking the goal, do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. This is what I'm saying. I feel like something good, it's exciting. I've got my coffee buzz, but, you know, we do know a coffee buzz wears off, hence why we then have another one, then another one, then another one. But if we have too much coffee, we don't end up sleeping that night. We've got, you know, the jitters. We can even end up getting a little bit anxious about it. Enjoy the moment of it, Aquarius, okay? Because you've got make the best of it. Make the best of it. Something exciting. I'm not going to say it anymore. Something exciting is coming for the Aquarius, but it's a moment thing. Momentarily. Is that a real word? You know I like to make up words. But that's what it is. Okay? So enjoy it whilst it's there. So I don't even want to say it's like a career change or anything like that, because if it's not long term. But you have got the Five of Earth, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. So I want to say to you at this point, you might be coming into a little bit of money. It's not long-term money. It's not life-changing money, but it's definitely a bit of money that's going to help you on your way. And you've got it in line with the balance card. The need to balance moderation, cooperation, and compromise. Wait for perfect timing, I want to say to you. And I'm going to repeat that to you, Aquarius. Wait for perfect timing. All right? Because you've got Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So the Eight of Pentacles is always like learning something new, mastering something new. It can be quite repetitive as well, so it could be something that you've done before. But you've got it in line with the Ace of Cups, which is something you love. It's something you absolutely love. So this could be to do with your career. It's something that you love because you did have like financial gain as well. But you're going to have like, it might be somebody recognizing you, or you getting a sale on something that you didn't expect, or, you know, something, or just like a little bit of money that's going to cover you this month. But enjoy it whilst it's here. Okay? And last but never least, let's move on to Pisces. And then we are done for the All Signs Sunday reading. So Pisces, surrender your attachments to results. my Pisces. So I want to say to you, the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So very similar to the Aquarius energy as well, I want to say. So it could be something you could be dealing with in Aquarius. It could just be the energy that's going on between those two signs. But it's like, don't hold on to the outcome. Just go with the flow of it, because of the more you're looking at the end goal, you're not actually enjoying the moment of what's happening at this point. But I think with you guys, it's definitely more to do with your relationships. Definitely. Take time. I say this to people all the time. It's important to date. It's really important to date and really work out if you and this other energy can connect, if you are soulmates. You know, I feel like people use that term quite loosely, the same way that people use the term I love you quite loosely, and it's something that should be saved. And you'll see that the more time that you take in dating somebody and getting to know them, you'll actually save a lot of time in the end if they're not for you. But you've got love your dark side too. So you know you're not perfect, no Pisces. You know there's a side of you that sometimes people are like, I can't stand that about them. But you love that about you. And people, whether this is a relationship or whatever, should accept every side of you. And that's why I'm saying it's important to date, even if that dating is in friendship. Before I throw out that word that we are friends, okay, I'm going to take my time to get to know you, because I know there's dark sides to me and I embrace those sides of me, but I need to know, can I embrace those sides of you too? Yeah. So Pisces, what are the angels? Oh, your cards are flying. Want you to know. You have got the Ace of Earth, which is the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents and contract. And you've also got the Sun card, which is a happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. This is what it's all good for the Pisces over the next week. They're having a good time. They're living their best life. And they should as well, no matter what other people have to say about them. They're embracing those dark sides. And if you're not, you need to. Okay? Nobody's perfect. But Pisces, you don't want to be perfect. You just want to be you. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? So Pisces, I want to say to you, you've got the Four of Swords, which is the Solitude card, and the Seven of Swords, which is the Mediator card. So things in your life are definitely getting resolved. All right? Things are working themselves out. But don't forget to take time out for yourself, Pisces, okay? Not always energy has to involve somebody else. And this is why I keep saying that with you guys. I just feel like it's a dating process at this time. Whether it's in a relationship or even friendships. It's like, I'm just going to do me, be me. And if we connect, we'll connect at this point. All right? Right, my signs. I'll try and chop these all together. If not, then there will be 3 videos. I'm still getting used to this stuff, you know, just bear with me. But I appreciate you sitting in if you have. And like I say every week, love and light. Always, always, always. From the Burmese Priestess. Bye-bye.